The Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day you're trying to become better. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest.
Doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is, whatever that is, you can literally show the world nothing is impossible. No excuses.
Every time you set a goal and you learn as you achieve something, and then you take that to the next step and the next goal that you plan for.
I'm Parker Jones. I'm going into 9th grade.
Tanner Davis. I'm from California and I'm going into 8th grade.
My name's Jackson Hockersmith. I'm from Park City, Utah, and I'm going into 9th grade.
My name's Trayton Batty. I am from Salem, Utah, and I'll be going into 12th grade.
I'm Daxton Batty. I'm from Payson, Utah, and I'm going into 9th grade.
Kids were awesome. They signed up for something that they didn't quite understand what they were getting themselves into. They knew they were going to be doing some physically arduous things, over the course of 24-ish hours. They didn't know exactly what they were going to be doing. That was kind of by design, and our mantra throughout was, "It matters not." And so we set a lot of metaphors or examples towards goal achievement and working towards the top of a peak to achieve those goals. And along the way, they're going to face a lot of obstacles, a lot of adversity in order to succeed or achieve what they truly want to achieve, right? They're going to be tested. And so the mindset of "it matters not," the challenge that's placed in front of them, they're going to find a way up and around and over. And so to really crystallize that for them, they had to carry 2 tires approximately 3,000 feet up to the top of a peak that overlooked the whole kind of Midway, Heber, Jordanelle, Deer Creek area. And what in my head, game planning it, what I thought would take maybe 3 or 4 hours took us about, I think, 5 or 6 hours, about 7 or 8 hours total to get back down to the campsite. So it was involved, it was physical, it was arduous, it was difficult, and they all stepped up. I'm super proud of each and every one of these young men showing up and taking on the task at hand, what we asked them to do, and they did it. And when you go along those things, you want to quit, right? Your mentality is, at some point your mind says, "Dude, stop, it's enough." And but they overcame that, and they kept going, they kept fighting. Anything that you guys want to accomplish is going to be difficult, right? It's day in and day out, consistency over time, right? The little things, daily actions that are going to help you just whittle away at achieving those goals. It doesn't happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight, right? Just like it's going to take us probably several hours to get to the top of this peak, the obstacle of dragging these tires up with it is just like whatever you guys want to achieve. So I kind of want to go around the circle if you guys have some goals, some dreams, some goals that you guys are looking to achieve in the next year, next couple years, 5 years, some big things that you want to accomplish yourselves, whether it's team, whether it's family, whether it's individually, something that you guys want to do, love to hear it. And then we're going to use that as your motivation to get to the top, right? So this is kind of you getting to the top and achieving that and seeing it and believing it in yourself to do it before you actually have to do it. So who's got a goal for us or a dream?
Football, I want to play wide receiver or safety.
How about soccer?
Soccer, I want to play wing back.
I want to play football for my school and college and maybe pro as a receiver.
The 1,000-pound club by the end of my senior year.
The what?
So describe that for these guys.
So basically, between bench, squat, and deadlift, your lifts add up to 1,000 pounds or more.
And where are you at right now?
I think I'm around 600 right now, 700.
You're ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
I want to try and focus on like getting as best grades that I possibly can to bump up my GPA and stuff.
I want to play high school in hockey, and then maybe even pro as a defenseman.
Playing football, I guess, for my school, like having a starting position on the team.
So have a plan in mind of how to reach those goals and establish benchmarks. So those would be your intermediate goals to achieve that final goal. And so every benchmark you make, okay, it's like I've reached that level. Cool, what's the next level? And you always have those intermediate goals that help you to, and are building blocks and steps to get that final goal.
So when we got up to the top, were we the only peak that you could see?
No.
Lots of peaks, right? Like, so if you looked at from the top, like we made that one peak, you guys learned a lot from that hike up, right? That you could apply as you come down and get ready for your next goal, right? So that's exactly like goal achievement, right? Every time you set a goal and you learn as you achieve something, and then you take that to the next step and the next goal that you plan for. So we set our goals, right? So that we can train, so that we can perform, right? Everything that you guys are doing, you're training to perform in some capacity, right? And so when we back that out, we got to train so that we can perform our best if you want to perform your best. If you don't want to perform your best, then you don't train and you don't set goals. If you want to train your best or perform your best, you set goals and you train, and then you let your play, teach you how far along you are in that process.
We're gonna raft. We just pumped up 2 rafts, and we're gonna raft down the the Provo? Yeah, the Provo River.
I was just enlightened to the fact that I'm going to be rafting at midnight in frigid waters.
You make it? Jackson.
So this is where we get tough and they get weak. Need me to repeat that? This separates the strong ones and the weak links.
What are you guys doing?
Polar plunge. Becoming men. Rites of passage. While they're over drinking their hot chocolate. In there chilling around the fire. They don't get these experiences.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I want.
Hey, you guys. you guys on the flip side. Woo! That's cold. 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Hey.
I got like the biggest. You look so big right now.
Goodness, that was different because the water's like constantly flowing into you.
Oh,
You don't
feel
get
so
that
big right now.
storm momentum.
We believe that locked inside of you is the DNA to accomplish the unfathomable.
It was not too long ago that your ancestors survived and thrived in the harshest of environments.
In the long lineage of human ancestry lies the kings and queens, conquerors and explorers,
craftsmen and women, lion hunters and tiger tamers, mountain climbers, and space travelers. We as people have accomplished great things. The greatness is inside all of us.
We have the blessings of knowledge and history on our side.
Now, we need the wisdom and bravery required to continue the torch of human accomplishment forward.
And one thing I can take away from this was to think more about the process of things more than thinking of finishing it.
takeaway is to have the Mamba mentality, like Kobe Bryant, and not give up and be a leader.
I thought it was amazing. I overcame things I didn't know I could.
Feel a sense of accomplishment that I wasn't expecting at the beginning.
My biggest takeaway, I think, is that my mental state can go a lot farther. And I think that if you can find a way to kind of keep it like at peace and set tiny little goals to just continue moving forward, you can go way further than you think you can.
You can do anything you want in life if you have the right mindset.
I can push myself further than I think I can, and just because something is hard doesn't mean it's impossible.